Good night, little Hannah. We love you. Good night. Good night, little Hannah. Good night. Ruby says good night, little Hannah. She loves you. Good night. Ruby says good night, little Hannah. Good night. Good girl, Ruby. That wasn't so hard, huh? Here we go.
Make your escape. See ya.
All right, Lisa's turn. Good night, little Hannah. We love you. Good night. Good night, little Hannah. Good night. Lucy says good night, little Hannah. We love you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good girl. Come on. Abby says good night, little Hannah. We love you. Good night. Good night, little Hannah. Good night. Abby says good night, little Hannah. We love you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. She's falling asleep. Hey, come here, little scab out.
Go, buddy. Come here, man.
Come on, buddy.
That one.
Scout says good night, little Hannah. We love you. Good night. Good night, little Hannah. Good night. Scout says good night, little Hannah. He loves you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Excellent.
Michael and Vicky says good night, little Hannah. We love you. Good night. Good night, little Hannah. Good night. Michael and Vicky say good night, little Hannah. We love you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
There you go. Very good.
All right, I'll do 4, 2, 2, 1.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There it is.
Shh. Okay, Michael, do 4, 2, 2, 1.
Sometimes. 2 and
Michael says, shh, 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 shh. All right, good job. All right, Michael, you do Lucy. Let's go do our booze. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Lucy says, boo! Oh, good job, Lucy. And she go, Skype in the morning. All right, Luce. All right, Abby's turn.
Over here. Hold on, let me cut you loose. She goes, I don't like this thing much. Okay.
All right, there you go, Lucy. She's a free Lucy now. All right, little abracadabra. Here she comes. She says, not again. Boo again. Here she goes, she says. Boo. And she goes, Skypey in the morning. Good job.
Very good.
All right, Michael's going to go get Scout. Let's go find the rubies. Here she is. She wants to go outside, huh, Ruby? We'll go outside later, okay, little Rube? All right, here we go. Yes. Here we go. All right, Michael, you have scoots? All right, here we go. Got to get a little distance between them. All right. It's all right, Rubes.
Here we go. Once more, once again.
Scout says, boo! And she go, Skype you in the morning. All right, Ruby's turn.
Ruby?
Ruby.
Oh, straight places. Here we go.
It's all right, little Ruby.
Here we go. All right then.
Here we go.
And
Ruby says, boo. And she go, Skypey in the morning.
very good.
Good girl. All right, we'll put you over here. Here you go.
A little safety there. There you
Here's
go.
my turn.
All right then. Here we go. All right. All right then.
And I say, boo. And I go, lots of loving. Skypey in the morning.
Perfect.
Okay, love you, be here. Michael's turn.
Oh.
All right, little Michaels. Here he goes. He says,
Once again, he goes, boo.
all right, and he go,
Very good. Bye.
and
Skypey
Skypey in the morning. Okay, love you, B. See you
ya.
soon.